Yeah.
Okay,
Totally
there.
spoiled. Go ahead,
Now,
Kevin.
okay, so now I got the recording going. So thank you. I think it was Emerson that reminded me on that. So thank you very much. So we got the recording going. I'm going to start over here. I'm taking over for John this week. John has a conflict, and so we're going to try to go through a normal live hangout today. It was originally supposed to be a steering committee call, but because we eventually have to approve the program plan and a budget, and that's going to require another meeting of the steering committee, it just made sense to let's focus on the items that we need to complete. So we're just going to move out the steering committee call by a few weeks, I guess, while we're working through the program plan and the budget. Okay, and just to get it on the recording, several people have posted the link to the agenda in the minutes, and please update your attendance and help us keep track of the minutes as we go through the meeting. Okay, and we've taken the picture, so I think I'm ready to share. Okay, are you seeing that okay?
Yes.
Okay, good, thank you. Waiting for somebody. Okay, so I'm not going to be looking at my camera because I've got a different screen that has this material on it. So like I mentioned, John had posted about trying to move out the steering committee call. I didn't recognize it as being a vote, but I guess a lot of people were voting on whether that was okay to do. So it looked like we had enough people to approve it. So we'll be moving out the steering committee call. And the main item for today is to discuss the program plan. Now, John took our 2021 program plan, renamed it to 2022, did some modifications to it where it, just clearly, the dates and stuff to update it. And it looks like some people have already started to comment on it. So what I'd like to do is kind of walk through this at least, quickly. I'm going to try to follow what we just did on the Jakarta EE one. We just did this on the steering committee call for the Jakarta EE group. And as we were going through each of the pages, if there's additional items that need to be discussed, more detail, then we'll make note of it and we'll try to adjust, try to do those on the side. We don't want to dive into a lot of detail on every page or we'll never get through this.
And
so,
yes. Kevin, sorry to interject. John did made a copy paste of 2021 program plan. The only issue that I found out on Friday is that when I went into the document to provide feedback, the document was located under the external MicroProfile drive, which means it's only finalized products. It does not welcome the community to do any collaboration. So I immediately copied the document under the actual MicroProfile community drive. Reminder, the external is a drive under the Eclipse Foundation, where all finalized documents that are core to the working group stay, right? Like they go there and they don't get moved back. But this one is under the community folder, which welcomes anyone in the world to edit and contribute. No restrictions whatsoever.
Yes.
And that is one of the adjustments. I did update the community via email on Friday by the end of the day. So it was too late in case anyone missed it.
Yeah. Yeah. And thank you for updating, even the agenda for today to have the proper link in there, because I was looking at the other one when I was preparing for the meeting. So this is good to have the proper link. So thank you. Okay. So any other preliminary comments before we dive in?
So I
Okay.
guess, so Kevin, I guess when you go through each page, we'll just edit the on the call and then move on, right?
Well, yeah, if they're easy edits, yes. But
Okay.
if they require more discussion, you know, we can't come to a quick agreement, then I think we make note of it and we will have to address that asynchronously and try to update it later. I just want to make sure that we at least get through all of the pages once. And if we end up getting all the way through and we still have time, then we could go back and discuss some of the topics.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so this first one, let's see, I have to adjust my screen a little bit. Is the resolution and everything okay on this? People that are looking at it?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so 2022 strategic goals. I think he went through and he modified this just a little bit, but a lot of he put comments. John put comments in here. Deliver MicroProfile releases, that's something that we will continue to do.
In here, Kevin, do we want to go back to the original cadence, deliver releases 3 times a year?
Yeah.
John also mentioned that.
Yeah, is it?
Actually, I thought, yeah, Amelia, you had put something in there as well. Oops.
Correct.
Related to that.
So we need to go back.
So do we want to go back to that goal?
If we can.
I think it'd
Why?
be worthwhile. I think we got to try to get back on.
Yeah, I think we need to try. If we don't try, we won't get there.
Yeah, we need to get back to creating features and having we need to be serious about this because most of the current releases are not about features and there are only infra, most of them. So we need to go back in 2022 to 3 years and do our best to keep up with innovation.
3 years, you mean 3 per
3 years,
year?
3 times per year.
The other one.
The other one, 3 times. Okay, go ahead.
Yep, we got it. Okay. And unless, I'll make some of these updates. If I'm making updates and people are saying, wait a minute, we didn't decide that, then, call me out. So the next one here, and I know John commented on this already. I mean, the CN4J Alliance is kind of on hiatus. I mean, we're saying that we're going to be continuing the discussions on our mailing lists. There's not a whole lot happening there. The calls have kind of curtailed. Do we want to continue this to work towards the CN4J Alliance, or should that no longer be a strategic goal?
I think it is still important to keep there, but I wouldn't say Jakarta E9, just remove the 9 there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, to make it more like something
Generic.
that we embrace. Yeah, not too specific in versions.
And we're also Marco messaging, right? So, yes, we're marketing and events and stuff we share.
We need to be careful. Ed, really good point. We need to keep it very generic because the CN4J Alliance is not a working group or anything that will take money from the 2 projects. When we approved the messaging document, we even removed any sign of CN4J strategically. We want to make sure that both projects keep their independence. Anything that we collaborate together can be pushed by either project, and also we can create blogs and all these things, but we need to be very, very careful on the push on CN4J because that is not what is important here. What is important?
I'm not just for Ed's benefit. I'm not sure I heard Ed say any of those things.
No, I think what
I'm just saying, I think we still share common messaging.
Yeah.
And I think we still encourage participation across the working groups in more ways than just technical discussion.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Right.
yes.
Right. And that's what I'm wondering. instead of listing out all of the work, I was just going to simplify this, and I don't know who just put in the other line there, but to say work towards Jakarta EE alignment through the CN4J Alliance. And then that way we're not talking about specific communications or marketing or technical, convergence or anything. We're just working on an alignment.
Yeah, could we maybe just ditch the word alignment at this moment and just say, like continued collaboration with Jakarta EE through CN4J Alliance?
Collaboration instead of alignment?
Yeah. Because it implies we're misaligned.
Okay, go ahead, Kevin. I just thought to edit with you in line, but
Okay, so that's you, Edwin?
it was me.
Okay, thank you.
So yeah, I would just say continue collaboration with Jakarta EE through CN4J Alliance.
Yeah, very generic, like something like that.
That's great. Yeah.
Okay, I'm good with that. Okay, the next one, I know that create, okay, hopefully we're gonna have that done in 2021, so we don't have to create the brand or the process.
It can be removed, Kevin.
Yeah, but what, just indicate grow? Is that
Can you see my
sufficient?
comment?
Whoops.
Well, what's wrong with grow?
Grow is a strange. It's an strange verb for compatibility. I couldn't find a better one last night, but it needs to be something different. We know that the EMO has stated that there are some things that there will be costs that are ongoing, like enforcement, yearly costs, and that should be a part of strategic goals always. And it's not about growth, right? And then also how we
strengthening, maybe.
Yes,
strengthening the brand of MicroProfile compatibility.
Yes.
I would have thought you would want to grow the number of compatible products.
That's different. That is a part of a strengthening.
Well, if we did want to grow the number of compatible products, we should definitely put that as a strategic goal. Like, that's good words.
Yeah, that's kind of like a separate item.
Yes.
Let's definitely add that.
Are you growing brand awareness?
Mm-hmm. Tatiana, the word you said, I think is great.
Products, projects, any preference?
That's fine. Products is implementations.
Yeah, implementations.
Yeah, that's even better.
Why is a MicroProfile compatibility brand? Why not just say MicroProfile brand?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, good point. It's not compatibility. It's an entire.
Whoa,
Yeah.
We got double updates here.
I was too fast.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and write strengthen just because all the verbs should agree in tense, right? So we don't use growing in the other place or delivering. So it should just be.
Yep.
Probably you need to delete the
Then-
of as well. Strengthening.
Yeah, the off
brand.
is not needed then.
Yeah.
Hello, English speakers.
Well, we're all stumbling with English.
Exactly.
And then speaking of English, so we're going to grow new members.
The strengthening the MicroProfile brand, isn't that aligned with working group members and committees and opportunities for participation? Shouldn't that be just?
No, those are different goals, right?
Well, they're
Yeah,
part
I
of
think
one.
so.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can grow the working group membership. How's that sound?
Maybe
Grow the number of.
involve new MicroProfile members, committers, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, too many grow. We need to choose similar one.
I love it.
Increase.
There we go.
Increase. Oh my God. Edwin to the rescue.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, increase.
increase the amount of members.
Yeah,
Yes.
increase or expand, you know.
Heiko.
Oh, expand
about
is the okay. Either
Yeah, okay.
expand.
Well, it's a bit strange, increase membership.
Maybe expand then. Expand the membership.
Maybe increase the number of members.
Yes.
Yes. Increase. Yeah.
Back to members it is.
Was
Mike,
was that
You're, you're the author here, the writer. Come on.
Well, now you guys can appreciate what I go through with my news items.
Exactly.
The amount of wordsmithing is unbelievable.
Mhm.
We have another grow.
Yeah, that one I think is always important, but we have done a really good job. We continue to do a good job. Do we need it? I think this is part of a strengthen the MicroProfile brand. It should be deleted. Grow, MicroProfile, marketing participation. I don't think we need it.
Well, that is something the same as strengthen the brand.
Correct.
We are doing this through marketing and other activities. So.
We need to delete it.
Well, okay, so let me ask this because I don't know. When I read this, I got the impression you wanted to get more participation in the marketing arm of MicroProfile.
Yes, that was last year because we
But
spent.
okay, but then that's different from strengthening the MicroProfile brand.
Exactly. So like one person alone could strengthen the MicroProfile brand, but that doesn't sound like that's the goal, right? So like more people working together to strengthen the brand is that bullet.
Yes, but this is something that we needed in 2020 because we lost many people that used to help us. So in 2021, we focused on bringing new stewards and enable them to do all the work. And now we're back to normal, to the level that we were in 2019.
How about then maintain?
That's better.
You know, you want to maintain community participation in marketing, or I don't know how you want to phrase that, but
it shouldn't be only marketing. It should be all of it. Community, it should be technical.
Okay, but there was a problem area and
Yes.
it was addressed. So we want to keep that up. So I would probably say leave it on there as a maintain goal so we don't lose track of it.
Tatiana, what's your take?
Well, I think that might work as well. Yes, something like keep high level of marketing participation or something like that.
Yeah.
And we still need a lot of marketing participation because we do 3 releases per year next year.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
So David, you had mentioned something about community as well. Should we maintain marketing and community participation? Or just
I believe that was the goal, wasn't it? To maintain, to get the community's involvement in marketing of MicroProfile.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yep.
I would just say, maintain community involvement in marketing.
Yeah, wasn't there an effort to spread the word about MicroProfile through the various Java user groups? Maybe it was last year.
Yeah, we know we're currently all the time that is going on.
Yeah, okay.
That is why we have 13 videos on Spanish, a few coming in French and German. I mean, that is always ongoing. We have the best content created. It's just that we need to put money.
Yeah, like that's great.
Yeah.
It's
Now it's a different meaning. I mean, what
Yeah, it's
David was
already
saying
changed a
before
bit.
was the good
Yeah.
version. I mean, we should have maintained the marketing efforts and also to grow or increase the community participation in marketing. And
Well, they're the same, right? How are they different?
Yeah, I mean, it's for me, it's different than the one before, because the line before, it's a technical community participation, and this line is a general marketing, which is going from this group or the central group, but then also the JAC involvement or the MicroProfile education program or something like this as marketing things where a JAC can do that, and we as MicroProfile provide them with stickers, for example, or slide templates or whatever.
Yeah, I think this is slightly, this line, community participation, is different from maintain marketing effort. So this is
Yes.
more like, okay, I'm the committer, go to the marketing call, which is different from e-marketing. We're going to assisting JAGs and to do this, to do that. I think what Heiko brought up, I think it's better to use the previous word, is a maintain marketing activities.
Well, okay, but wait, the original wording said grow marketing
Participation.
I think David had a very good version that he was saying.
Well, it's written on the screen now.
No.
Maintain community participation in marketing.
No,
That
there
was
was
what
the
I
effort. The effort was in it. But okay.
Yeah, so I had understood that that the goal was in 2021 to make sure we had the community participating in marketing, and it wasn't just the vendors or a few of us, and people did feel welcome to join those calls and actually help market MicroProfile, create ideas how to market MicroProfile. So those ideas could be reaching out to jugs and supporting jugs, but that's just one potential idea. So it sounded like we didn't want to include that goal again because we felt like we had achieved it. This greater participation from the community in marketing. So I simply suggested, if we felt we achieved it, let's write down that we want to maintain those results.
Okay.
I don't think we achieved it, and the communities are huge. And how can we say, okay, we have done enough? It's never enough. I don't feel.
Yeah, it's not a. It's not
Then go
ongoing.
back to the first goal, the way it was written, which was to grow
the
participation in
Yeah.
marketing.
I prefer that.
It is, Emily, you're correct. We can always get more microprofilers to work.
A lot of Control Z for Kevin there.
Yeah.
If the original goal still applies, then let's keep it.
Maybe something like this: maintain marketing activities and involve community more, like more involvement, or like and more involvement of community.
Well, yeah. How about the first
I like
sentence?
that.
Just say maintain and grow community participation in marketing.
Mhm.
Does that work?
Yeah, because we can always get more microprofilers to learn more about communicating. It's all about communication. So you're correct, Emily. There is not like, we're done. No.
Yeah, we haven't reached the sky yet.
Oh, we will never reach it, hopefully. We will always become more microprofilers.
No, and then even after this call, we can still go out and still, add more comments. I mean, it happens with me all the time. After the call, it's like, oh, we didn't discuss this aspect of it, and come back in and, either modify it or add comments. So we can all do that.
So, Kevin, can we write something in the first page of this product, of this page, of this document, stating, please use comment mode to add feedback? We want to make sure that, because we don't want to be having a nightmare of a document. We did that last year, and we said only comments, please, so we can go through it. So let's add it someplace here, maybe in the first page. Say,
I'll take care of that.
Thank you so much.
Let's do that afterwards. Okay, so I don't think we established a champions program, did we?
No, we're still working on establishing the compatibility program and all the other things. So this continues to be for 2022.
Okay, let's see, what was the comment here? Okay, ongoing. Okay, and then deliver the 2022 budget.
Delete. This was when we were really like thinking, deliver it on time. And we said the first week of October, we will start working on this. That was last year, September. So we wrote it so that we will be on time this year.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how serious. We were so serious and so serious about it. I will add it to the calendar as well to say, start the work on a program. I will do it right now, actually. But let's delete that one.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so I did, as you can tell, I did allow a lot more discussion on this page because I think this kind of guides the rest of our discussion on the other pages. Anything else on the strategic goals? And I'll go through and I'll take a look at the comments and see which ones we can actually resolve. And I'll make the one comment about, please only do comments, not updates. Okay. Marketing activities. Now we had marketing activities, marketing goals, and we had the branding. So let's start with marketing activities. So the champion stuff, I think that's still something that we want to do.
Correct.
Okay, so I thought that, well, maybe we didn't create a page for it, but I thought the second bullet there, I thought that we had a list of the MicroProfile implementations.
Kevin, we will create the compatibility products and the implementations page like we have created
Oh.
Carta. This was last year and we don't have it yet because we need the compatible logo.
Okay.
And then we just copy the work, the PRs that we have done for that side of the fence, bring whatever we like into MicroProfile. Literally, we are in the process of creating an outline of what we like for that area. And
okay, so this is in support of the branding program that we're putting in place.
it's
Okay.
a specific, it was nice to have it here. So the activities, main activities.
Yep, okay.
Does this try out also include the start.microprofile IO thing?
That is on their website, Heiko. There is a slide here.
Okay. So it is not work on the starter side, continuous work also.
Yeah, we have an infra website.
Yeah, can we flip over to that one real quick because I want to make sure
Which
that
page is that?
I think the infra website one is number 7. Okay, so we are missing a yeah, I guess that would be bullet number 2 maybe needs to get more explicitly stated. So we may not be on track to achieve that this year, but we do need a page per specification version. Right, so we did do that for the umbrella spec. There is a page on MicroProfile IO for the umbrella spec, but we need to do that for all the specs. Where it's like, here is health version blah, here's the PDF for
So can we just copy paste from number 2 here and delete the section under marketing because that section is more on their website. We need independent pages for all the.
It's a different purpose, Amelia. For the previous one is the kind of the almost like compatible implementations per spec, per umbrella spec. But this second bullet point more like the each component spec and the link to the artifacts. So it doesn't talk about implementation, it only talk about specification. Well, the previous page 2 is talk about like Liberty, talk about Quarkus and Tommy Halliday, etc. Payara. Yeah.
But when my question was, and you're correct, Emily, my question is, should we bring the other point to this area? We can create 2 slides for websites because we do want to highlight the implementations and the specification, well, you know, everything. Vendors, who is compatible by pages.
Right, but we don't need, I don't know, I don't think we need that level of detail
Okay,
for the
it's fine.
program.
Okay. I agree. Let's not do it.
Yeah, we can choose to let one team to handle them.
Yeah, so
You can go back to marketing. Just,
Yeah,
I just wanna make sure we didn't lose that bullet point because
I thought,
Ed brought it up recently as well, and I just want to make sure we didn't lose it.
yep, I thought I saw you talking while you were on mute, and so I was, but you got off mute. Okay. This one, create use cases, how MicroProfile is adopted.
This is written wrongly. I will interject. Manish is one of the users of end users. His company uses MicroProfile heavily. He wrote 2 blogs to explain to us why they chose MicroProfile instead of any other project out there. And that is a part of adoption and explaining like a case study. We need to convert his company's blog, because it's public now, in 2022 into a case study in collaboration with them. MicroProfile has never written a case study. It will be super short, maybe 4 pages, and we can publish it with the help of those ones that we should wish to do. And I think Manish will be one of the people to help us pilot it. This year, what we have accomplished is only the main area that tells us how they chose, why they chose, what problem is solved, how much they save, and all this stuff. So it's written wrongly. It's
Well,
like
it's not that bad. I'm just wondering if maybe instead of create use cases, is it create case studies?
I will say create like a customer reference. This is kind of more like the reference. Like if our customer say, tell me which company use MicroProfile for production, I say here. So this is the company we use it.
exactly that. When someone asks you why is someone using, we say case study. I would say case study, but someone else might be more elegant.
Testimonials.
Yeah, testimonials could work. I mean, you know, so testimonials, case studies, maybe the best way to phrase it that includes all of those is to kind of be closer to the first language. It could be promote use cases showing how MicroProfile is adopted by various projects.
Oh my God, write it down. That's perfect.
Just promoting use cases could come in the form of a testimonial, could come in the form of a case study, could come in multiple forms. So it's fairly generic.
Can you write it down
It's
here?
written. Kevin got it.
Oh my God, Kevin, you're like
Does that language capture what people have in mind?
What if you make it showcases? Is that a more powerful term, or is use cases appropriate?
Yes,
showcase is a verb. So if you wanted to do that, then it would be, well, it would come out to the same. So it would be showcase projects using, you know, MicroProfile. That would be a shorter sentence.
Right.
Companies and projects. Don't be only about projects. It's companies.
Yeah, I was gonna say organizations.
Yeah, organizations.
Yeah, that's why I promote. That's what I said. Promote use cases, because use cases, you know, is the thing we're promoting. So the use case could be in the form of a org, a project, yeah, or whatever.
We have.
This is perfect.
Yeah, we have more than 5 of them that I think are going to be willing to do this for us. It's only that this needs to be created, like all the marketing that we're currently doing needs to be finalized, and then we can focus on getting them to use the template that we have to create. It's going to be super cool.
I'm wondering whether we say promote a real world use cases. Basically, that's kind of more serious, you know, like a hello world.
Well, considering that this is by various organizations, this is real world. I don't think that organizations use MicroProfile for hello world or some kind of samples.
Yeah.
I think it's,
Okay.
yeah, I think it's clear.
So, okay, so this last bullet,
We don't need it anymore.
that's what I was thinking too.
We don't need it anymore.
It's in the previous.
Correct.
And
Okay. Okay, marketing goals.
Isn't this the overlap?
It's just very specific. Tatiana, do we still want it?
Remember, I think that right now we already don't need this. We were making this because at that point, when we were preparing this slide previous year, we didn't have any like marketing specifics in general. So we had to go into more details. Right now, we already have some ideas and plans, so no need for this slide.
Thank you,
I
because
like that one.
yeah, that is why actually Tatiana wrote most
Looks
of
like a great slide though.
it. Is a great design.
Maybe track it in a marketing specific presentation.
Yeah, so I didn't delete it completely just so that we have the wording there as well, but I just hid it for now.
Okay.
And it could be beneficial to have, like if you start with your activities and you've got your very specific initiatives that you want to do in support of the, in part of the activities, you know, you just peel it down a level. This kind of leans toward it, but doesn't really hit that nail either.
When you say peel it down, do you mean in the same document or in a different document?
You could do it in the same document. I mean, Jakarta, of course, has a marketing plan, which is a companion document to the program plan. You know, if you want to get more specific about what are some of the initiatives that you're going to tie to these marketing activities, you could do it.
That might be better. I don't think that it would be good to include all this detail in this program plan.
Yeah.
But having a separate one?
Yeah, it's up to you. Both approaches can work.
Yeah. What do the marketing people think amongst us?
Well, I think that we can have like separate marketing, but because this is a program plan, this is like strategy and direction. So we don't need to go into details here. Then we will need to describe the releases itself if we go into details for each slide. So that's why I think that we are going to have some separate either slides or a presentation or maybe a document with the plans for the marketing.
Sounds awesome.
Kevin, you can add Tatiana and myself into the comments, and we will make sure to save this slide because we did talk a lot about them last year, and we can just do a soft, you know, like outline of in Google Drive on this.
Yep. So I don't know if you noticed, I made a brief comment, but I'll add the two of you.
Thank you so much. Just add with the emails, and like that we don't forget. I will forget, and likely Tatiana as well.
So maybe it's just directly update that to be transferred to be the Git issue on the marketing repo.
Once we are done with the outline, all of it goes to GitHub. You know this, Emily.
Yeah.
Okay, next chart. This hopefully
This should all be done in
2020, right?
Yeah, exactly. This should all be done in 2021.
So listen to this. I already comment. The MicroProfile compatibility logo, we're just waiting for Ryan finally got the, well, this is an information. We're going to send the votes happening hopefully next week, and then will be maybe a week or two. We have written the branding and trademark guidelines that is the community have done. We have created the handbook that is Ryan's work with plenty of review. Thanks, Ryan. What is the work for the Eclipse Foundation is the registration and the license agreement. So then most of this work is already done. Then we have the...
I'd be cautious there's a lot of work that has been done. There is some additional work that needs to be done in certain areas. The trademark compatibility guidelines, there is a draft, but it does need to be closed out as the official version. And Yep. And I think that spreadsheet document that we've got actually walks everything through what needs to get done. I agree with you, Amelia. There's not too much left to be done. It's just pushing it over the line and finalizing it.
And Paul, I know we talked about deadlines, and I think Sharon added that the things we will be done, at least delivering the stuff to the EMO or the trademark, or you call it to you guys, to the Eclipse Foundation by the end of the year, before December 15th, because it's just minutia that needs to be done. And we're waiting for the compatibility logo to complete everything and just hand it up to you. So we don't need this page.
Right. Well, the objective is that we're done.
We're saying December 15th.
I think we can all agree that we want to be complete. So, sorry about that, Paul. I
15th.
talked over the top. Hello. I talked over the top of you, Paul. I'm sorry.
No worries.
What did you want to say?
Go for it.
What did you want to say?
Oh, I was just going to say, unless you wanted to, like, there's the, I think, grow the number of compatible products. I can't remember the language that you ended up sticking with.
Yep.
Unless you wanted a breakout slide here that talked more to what it was you intended to do.
Right, like new goals for 2022 related to the branding program. That's your referring.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to you, but I agree with the assertion that we should be done this by the end of the year.
Okay.
Number 6. We're 5, 6.
Okay.
Come
Yeah,
on, let's do this.
depending on how you count, right? Okay, community outreach goals. Now whoops, went too fast. So I know myself and I think it was Emerson and somebody else was on this one, and
Chandra.
we really didn't. Yes, that's right. We didn't do a whole lot on this one.
Let's try it again. What is stopping you? We can invite more people. You can invite more people.
Well, you know, maybe. So I know when we get to the infrastructure website goals, there'll be a couple of those goals that I'll be saying, unless there are owners for them, we should trim them.
Yeah.
You know, so that's a big list, and we didn't really move any of it. So, you know, if there are owners, we can leave them there. If no one steps forward, then maybe we should start trimming them.
So I have a different suggestion. I think a lot of them related to marketing effort, like the promoting the badges and also survey, easy to use questionnaire. That's pretty much will go through the marketing. Why don't the people join the marketing call, and then we can push forward for this issue? Again, I think probably no point to be on this kind of program plan. Again, transfer them to marketing GitHub repo, and then we push forward.
That works.
Yeah, we need to be very careful with that, because marketing is not the dumped place. To...
No.
Okay, hold on.
The reason.
Yes.
Before you go to the other direction, I just say because no progress here, so I count on marketing team to come up with some more progress. So also we want to get more community to join, so that we can have an entry point. That's our marketing gate, so that they can take on some of the tasks from this list.
Okay, so then I will say, I agree with you, Emily. Outreach goals as everyone that contributes to MicroProfile. All of us, if we show up and we're doing stuff, we are hopefully having people, MicroProfiles beside us, doing things. But we need to be still not about, oh yeah, let's go here. That doesn't work. It needs to be the responsibility needs to be distributed by the entire ecosystem. So I caution onto, no, this is not a marketing thing. This is a MicroProfile community thing, because everyone can be a DevRel. We have DevRel assigned, and that is Edwin, because he is the chosen, committed, trusted, and voted in. He's the DevRel of MicroProfile formally, right? Like in my book, at least. So then it's not his job to do this kind of thing, but then it's not the job of MicroProfile marketing to do only the outreach. Everyone needs to do it. So I will not be happy if we just say, let's do this. This is marketing. Community outreach. Yeah. The community needs to stay there.
Yeah, marketing is basically the community should join the marketing, help out.
Correct.
Not like the only.
Exactly.
So
Outreach respect.
So one thing I would like to add here is basically figure out how to reach a larger community audience. So I follow the MicroProfile Twitter, so I know about that stuff. But these folks that do not know about MicroProfile really, they don't follow the MicroProfile Twitter and can't be educated that way, or they don't come to our group. So basically figure out ways how to cross-post into other communities. Not sure how to say that, but I think that would be important.
Mm-hmm.
Or even have
outreach.
Yeah, or even have people who are working on various specs post more from their own Twitter accounts saying, we're having a hangout next Tuesday to talk about MicroProfile health. Come join, make sure it's like to not to learn about it, but to actually participate in the spec, But anyway, more tweets from individual committer accounts could help.
Yeah, and really trying to cross-post into new regions and not stay in their own bubble.
Mm-hmm. Heiko, you nailed it. This year we started using HotSuite that combines all the tweets go to Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. But we're not only talking about media. I think in 2022, we need to bring these on formal technical papers. Push InfoQ, we have here Mike, who is amazing, right? We can do more support to him and authors on MicroProfile through very formal levels. So they'll reach, this is a community outreach, reaching out to publication. I don't know.
I mean, news outlets are not necessarily going to want to post an article that is explicitly come participate. Probably they would be more interested in things that have actually happened.
Yep.
Yeah, news.
News, right? That's what they do, news, right? So encouraging participation is something that we're going to have to do on all the levels, as everyone said. The marketing committee should have some ideas on how to increase participation, but also the people who work on the specs should have ideas on how to increase participation in the specs that they work on. So everybody's got something to do. So I understand the feedback that it shouldn't exclusively go to marketing. There are some items on here that Kevin's highlighted that are very marketing oriented, like establish a participation badge. That is definitely not something that, is a program that a spec participant is going to do all by themselves. Yeah, go ahead, Kevin.
Well, I was just going to say, just in summary, I think we're saying that we still want to keep this. There still may be some, slight modifications to these, specific bullets, but I think in general, we still want to keep these outreach goals.
Yeah, I would probably, I agree. And I think we need to figure out, we need to set a goal to figure out how we can make this actionable, because otherwise it's just going to sit abstract for another year. So,
well, I don't think it was a failure completely. We did get lots of video creations in Spanish, and that is a huge outreach from. We have JACs in Latin America that are, even though MicroProfile has no innovation in the last 2 years because of the working group creation, they continue to push and have MicroProfile Day and these things like that. They will get the t-shirts and for all the work. They have video creations and things like that. So the outreach was actually successful. We are still working with them.
Then I think Kevin hit the nail on the head. Do we want to add a bullet here to track our progress? Because if we are doing things in this area, we're not really like writing it down.
Yeah, that even came up when we were going through the program plan during the year.
Right.
We would come to this item and, myself or Emerson might say, well, we really haven't met, we haven't done much on this. And then we'd start hearing from Amelia or Emily and saying, hey, we did do things here, but we just didn't keep track of it.
How
Yeah.
about we create an Excel sheet? An Excel sheet. Sorry, Emily, go ahead.
So that's why it's a kind of, I think it's belong to marketing, and however, people don't take it personal and say, oh, all the people work on marketing. I think it's a community kind of work on marketing. So that's a kind of central place to hold this one, so that we discuss and also invite community to contribute. Because for the blogs, the video, eventually it has to go to the MicroProfile.io, go through the marketing. So that's why my original suggestion.
So can we move this one after marketing then? Because it's related, but again, using it, changing community to marketing is weak in my view.
Yeah.
So it's related. So it's related there. So that's why I think don't put on the program plan. However, it's kind of secondary stuff.
Well, I definitely like the idea of having community outreach goals be in the program plan. You know, I think my thoughts are still where Kevin left off, which is, you know, how do we track our progress on this? Because there has been some made, but we're just not, you know, we're not communicating it out, you know.
We are. Even the author, Victor, sent a note to the community saying, I have done this because I love MicroProfile.
No, what I mean is like a concise list of successes that we can point at the end of the year and go, you know.
Okay, that is minutia. We can just add it to Excel sheet and be public and add it to the website, and we will do that. Good feedback.
Or just a slide, you know, maybe we want to, at the end of every year, kind of give a slide deck of what we got accomplished. And, you know, maybe we should, you know, do that for all the slides. You know, kind of have a where did we get? You know,
I saw Paul nodding on that one, saying yes.
Yeah. So, you know, technically speaking, every slide, there should be a results slide, you know.
How about we create a new page under MicroProfile website where we have the bandwidth of the current year and each slide and the improvements, and that will be done. Maybe we use, you know, we can have an interactive website where one page where it tells anyone in the world what we're doing and how we're implemented, and be very transparent. Either, you know, we can do that. That would be super cool. The level of transparency.
I tell you what, you know, we probably should write down a goal for our program plan, like maybe under additional goals, where we do write down how do we track our progress better in 2022. And, you know, maybe that should be something that we work on, right? Go ahead.
I would like to give a heads up at the top of the hour.
Yes, that's what I was trying to get in there too. I was hoping that we'd get to David's thing on infrastructure, but I don't think we're gonna get there.
Yeah, we're not gonna get there. I'll just quickly wrap up my thought. So we filed GitHub issues for all the slides on the program plan, and we created labels for all of them. And so maybe it's as simple as that every time we do something on there, we need to make sure it's labeled. And then at the end of the year, we can compile that together to be our presentation of what we got done. Just throwing an idea out there, but anyway, go ahead, Emily.
Yeah, good idea. It's almost like a checkpoint, how much we have done. So I have since we need to finish this off pretty soon, do you think use next week a technical call to continue this program plan?
Yes, I was going to suggest that.
I think that's a very good idea, Emily.
Yeah, I was, and you know, the October release for MP5 is meant to happen this month. Are we online on that? Can those behind the release send messages to the community? Because yesterday we had that question in the marketing side, and Ed clearly was super cool to say, yes, I think we're on time. But Heiko, talk.
So it's yeah.
Yeah, just for slide 6 with the comment, I would just wanted to say, I think it's very important to have community outreach explicitly. Don't bury it on the marketing, but really point out
Agree.
community as a word. That's
Yes.
important.
Yes,
I agree.
I'm going to be like very unhappy if we just diminish
It's
community.
a top level goal. We all have responsibilities there.
So Emily, can you
Okay.
please change the technical to community and send that date to the community? Can you own that, or do you want me to own it? It would be amazing for you to own it.
Yeah, that's fine. I will handle the Zoom one, etc. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay. I will update that.
thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
And I'll reach out to John because he doesn't always attend those technical calls, and I'll make sure that he knows that we're going to continue. And unless there's something major that comes up, we'll start on chart 7.
Mhm.
Okay.
Sounds amazing.
Okay. Good discussion today. Thank you very much.
Thanks, everybody.
Hi,
Bye for
everyone.
now.
Thank you. Thank you, Kevin.
Rest of the
Bye.
week.
Thank you.
Majid,
Thank you.
remember to
Bye-bye.
tweet the photo. Remember to tweet the
Yes.
photo. I don't see it. Bye.
Yep. Bye bye.